All right, everybody, we are back, man, back in Ho Chi Minh City. Got a got a lot of updates, man. We are on the verge of a $100,000 Bitcoin. I mean, this is like historical, man. All of those guys, man, from Peter Schiff on down, man, and also the CEO of JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon. Eat your heart out, man. Tell you like Muhammad Ali did back in the day. Bow, crawl,
All of you bow. All of my critics crawl.
crawl. All you naysayers. Because man, it's happening. We're on the verge, man. We've actually had a significant pump last week when I was in Bangkok for DevCon and the surrounding events, but we've gotten even more of a surge. Last week was like a $10,000 surge. Had one of the biggest weekly candles. I think it was the biggest weekly candle ever for the week last week anyway for Bitcoin. But man, we're on the verge of another huge week. So looks like we're actually hitting on right on the cusp of about 8,000 for the week so far. If this holds up, but man, this is hard to believe. Interesting developments. Look at that. 97.6, 3.3 trillion market cap. A lot of things are pumping, man. This week, I noticed that today and yesterday, how most of the activity has been centered on a few small meme coins. It's been pumping. One of them that actually made a little bit of back off of was Chill Guy. I don't know if you guys play the memes, but man, it's a fun exercise. You know, it is highly risky. It's gambling, so I wouldn't put a lot of eggs in that basket at all. But it is fun. You see a little 50x or 100x, you know, get in, get out real quick. As long as you're not betting the house on it, don't do that. But we've gotten a lot of great news. I know there was I got a little bit of feedback from some of my local community here. I was kind of harsh on Cardano, man. I made a video a few weeks ago about Cardano, said Cardano's dead. You know, like I said, I do admire Charles Hoskinson's goals, his stated goals. I think his strategy is a bit off. He's gotten a little bit of airplay on a lot of different crypto channels and in the media the past couple of weeks. Of course, he's been trying to move in some political circles. He was trying to get some political capital going on with Trump and Musk, and you know, his whole team there. And there was some rumors that he was going to be on some sort of team, blockchain or crypto team. I don't know if that's actually panned out. But you know, the rumors fanned up that he was going to be on some sort of team and open up some office in DC and consult Trump and Musk and some of the other people that's in Washington now that are going to be doing something with blockchain. I don't know if that's true, but you know, Charles Hoskinson has been making some major announcements, major deals. You know, the whole ADA team has been really sparking up a lot of buzz, and I think that's the reason why, out of all the altcoins, that Cardano has been getting the most play the past couple of weeks. I mean, I think at one point they were up 50%, and yeah, it's really interesting. You know, Mr. Hoskinson has been able to gain some traction, man. And of course, that doesn't do anything for what I was giving criticisms of. I mean, it's like 37%. XRP's up 57%. So yeah, they're up significantly past week, 37%. And I'll get to XRP next, but one of the things, a couple of the things that he's been actually trying to do is make some deals and start some conversations. I know that he's actually, I was watching the spaces where there was a couple of high-level people, blockchain developers and insiders that were talking about their plans with Polkadot and some partnerships there, some interoperability stuff. Of course, interoperability has been the buzzword and been the biggest topic, I think, for this year, other than the fact that Bitcoin has been taken off like a rocket. The Cardano has, sparked some conversations with Polkadot. Of course, Polkadot's been on the fences too, whether they're going to get their $100 million raise and be able to keep funding the builders, get their blockchain going as well. But I think that interesting conversations that's taking place, not only between Cardano and Polkadot, but also between Cardano and XRP. Now, XRP's already announced that they were going to do down the stable coin, which I think that's actually launched, but they're supposed to be doing some sort of smart contracts pretty soon. So if they do some partnership with Cardano, that will actually be likewise bullish as well. But the thing that I've also been critical on them is that they haven't had much traction with their dApps, man. I think part of the problem, and I've talked to, I know quite a few developers here and out into Vietnam and outside of Vietnam. Part of the problem with Cardano is that their language is a little bit challenging to develop on, and one of the big things with blockchains is that if you don't get the development community to build on your chain, then the usefulness and the utility of it is a non-starter. I mean, what are you going to do? You can't have a chain with no dApps, and if you don't have the dApps, you're not going to have the users. So you can have all the staking and holder and do all the hype that you want, but if you don't, at the end of the day, if you don't have a community that's actually doing anything on your chain, it's just, like I said, it's pretty much dead. So let's hope that Cardano, man, gets it together, man. I'm not really wishing anything doom on anybody. I'm always an advocate for everybody in this space. I'm glad that everybody's coming together. I think one of the things that this cycle is actually presented, and I seen it at the conference, DEF CON conference last week, and I heard talking about it quite a bit on some of the talks that I've heard subsequently, with these conversations between the blockchains, is that, all the tribalism is evaporating, because, interoperability requires cooperation, and people understanding that this is, blockchain community is supposed to be united. It's better to be united than divided. So these governments they're not going to be playing around. They're not going to. You see what the SEC has done the past couple of years. It's went after Immutable X. It's went after OpenSea. It's went after Coinbase. It's went after Binance. It's went after. Go down the list, man. It's went after X and its founder, Consensus. I mean, they're not discriminating. I think the only two chains that are two properties that have actually escaped scrutiny is Bitcoin and Ethereum. That was an uphill battle. And if it wasn't for the big wigs like BlackRock, I'm sure that they probably could have went down as well. So one of the things that's really interesting is that the states have went after the head of the SEC, man. There are 18 states after Gary Gensler, man. They're suing him. They said he's overreaching, suing everybody, suing all these crypto properties, making all his own rules and laws himself. And I think that's pretty interesting that the states have actually got together and sued him. He's supposed to be out of the door, but there's some some litigation experts have said that he might not be out the door necessarily. There's rumors that he's going to resign, but there's a really good legal breakdown on steptoe.com. This is some litigators. They do a lot of blockchain. Now they wrote a blockchain blog, and they actually went down some of the legal loopholes and hurdles that may come into play if Trump decides to fire him on day one, like he promised to do. I don't know. We'll see. But this legal blog is by this law firm, steptoe.com. Check them out. They said that there might be a lawsuit if Gary Gensler decides to stay on and fight it. He might have a legal argument to challenge being fired because he's not really an at-will employee. He's supposed to have some sort of for-cause protection according to the Securities Exchange Act of 1934. So that might be something that's disputable, whether Trump can fire him or not. So I don't know. We're going to see soon here when that comes around. I got still have a lot of footage from DEF CON. I've got a lot of interviews I still have to process, but we wanted to touch base on those couple of subjects, and got a whole bunch of other events coming up this week and next. I mean, it's really pumped up here in Southeast Asia for the bull cycle, and we're going to be bringing a lot more to you. But I just wanted to touch base with you guys and let you know that's coming up. Hopefully, we get this 100,000 Bitcoin before too long. And, everybody, keep it coffee, people. Let me keep it real short, sweet, because I got some stuff I got to do. And I'll talk to you soon.